Welcome back to the Singer 201 restoration series. In this video, we will fully disassemble the hand wheel on the 201 as well as the bobbin winder for the 201. Let's get started. So starting with the hand wheel, and I'm wearing gloves because this is a greasy mess. And when you take it apart, if you don't feel like washing all that off your hands, wear gloves. So on the hand wheel, I want you to notice, do you see how this has a little snap back to it? That's a good thing. This is like a cushioning action for when you stop sewing. Everything just doesn't come to a screeching halt. We have a little bit of a cushion here that just softens the blow, so to speak, on the machine when you start and stop sewing. But on our hand wheel, we have 3 little screws around the outside edge. This is a retaining ring. The first thing we want to do to take this apart so we can clean everything is take these 3 screws out. Now, I'm going to remove them, and I will say this is the second time I'm taking this apart for this video because I forgot to turn my microphone on. I have a wireless mic, and when the receiver is plugged into my camera will not even pick up the sound. So I didn't realize that I had not turned on my mic until after I got this apart and I had started the bobbin winder. Instead of doing a voiceover for all that footage, it's easier to put it back together and film it again. So there'll be a little part at the beginning of the bobbin winder where I have to do a tiny voiceover, but way easier than trying to do it for this whole video. So once I take these 3 screws out, you should be able to just pull off the retaining ring, and it's going to be stuck, but it will come off. And this is what it looks like. It's what keeps this Textilite gear in place. It does not have holes anywhere around that those screws go into. They just press up against the metal on the hand wheel and hold it in place. Once you take off these 3 screws and the retaining ring, you should be able to just pull up on the gear and take it off. Now this is much cleaner, even though it's still pretty gross, than it was when I first took this apart because I cleaned it with some Q-tips while I was talking the first time. But the next part you want to remove is this cushioning spring here. This is what is responsible for that snap back action that we saw on the Textilite gear. And usually you can just lift it up and pop it off with a screwdriver. Look at the orientation though. We have a little pin here, here, and here on the hand wheel. We have 1 pin, a ring on the cushioning spring that's not on a pin. The next pin is where the 1 ring on the right of the cushioning spring is seated, and then there's nothing on this one. We'll need to remember that when we put this back together. We just pop this out like that. There's our cushioning spring. And then you're left with this. This will just be cleaned using paper towels and rubbing alcohol where there isn't any of the paint, but the rest will be just cleaning and polishing. The Textilite gears, I clean them in the sink with a little bit of Dawn dish soap and I let them dry overnight. I don't put them in the parts cleaner, the ultrasonic. I'm not comfortable doing that, but I do use a toothbrush and just scrub them. This little pin on the back is what is resting in one of these little clips. But anyway, when we put it back together, I'll show you where it goes. So now we have the hand wheel apart. And usually I put this in a bag by itself. I leave the hand wheel out and just alone, and I clean that. All these parts I put in a bag because all these parts can go in a cleaner. So we already removed these 3 items in another video, but I am going to group them all together. So 3 screws, cushioning spring, retaining ring, and then just because it's pretty greasy, I put that by itself for cleaning. So we're going to move on to the bobbin winder. I'm going to show you how to take it off of the potted motor, and hopefully the voiceover part won't be too bad. Let's do that next. So first, let's go ahead and remove the bobbin winder tire. I will try to provide a link for you guys where you can purchase a new tire. This one is okay, but I'm probably going to go ahead and replace it just because it looks kind of gross. But anyway, bobbin winder tire, just pop it off. Now the first screw that we want to remove is right here. This is for the bobbin winder arm, and this one is pretty tight. I'm going to go ahead and put a drop of penetrating oil on it. And if you flip it over, you can get to the back side of the screw as well. Anytime you can do that, not a bad idea. Get the oil coming in from both directions. And usually that will do the trick. There we go. Ooh, did you see that fly? That's because there's a spring. This spring right here is under tension, and so when the screw released, that spring went crazy. So we have a shoulder screw, and we can't get this off until we loosen this screw. This is an adjustable screw. Turn it so you can see, hopefully. I'm really frustrated about my mic not being on. That's going to make a lot of work for me later. Okay, this little screw, this little metal part right here, it works with this part and this spring, and that's how we get it to, when we push it in, these parts work together, then it releases when the bobbin's full or when you release it. So if you're looking, you can carefully wiggle this spring out. You see that there's a little tail here, and there's a hole here, that's where it goes, but we wiggle it out. Now, you can disassemble this further, but there's no reason to. If I were having this machine painted, I would disassemble it further. You can punch these out this way, but I don't recommend it unless you're painting the machine, because you can damage the pins. It can make it so this little wheel won't stay on as secure as it is on now. So I don't recommend it unless you're painting it. One last little part to take off here, that's this screw. You know, I'm just going to put a little penetrating oil there. These are pretty stuck, so give that a second. And some penetrating oil there. And left to loosen. Don't worry about the order of these parts and what does what. Put them all in one bag. I'm going to show you how to put it all back together so you will know how to do it. Here we go. This screw has a tiny little shoulder. None of these screws are the same. You're not going to mix up what goes where. Here we go. Our little latch, but this is what releases the bobbin winder away from the hand wheel, and then one last spring with a tail on each side. So that comes out. Now we have the bobbin winder off of the potted motor. We have one more part of the bobbin winder we should take apart. This is the tensioner for the bobbin winder, and I find it easier to take this screw out while it's still on the machine. So we're going to take out that screw, and be careful because there are some little parts here you don't want to lose. You're going to have the screw just right here, then an outside little cup washer, a spring. People ask me all the time if I know where to get replacement springs for these. I do not. If you know, share it in the comments below. This is one that I have not been able to find yet online. So if you're missing this spring, either you're going to need to purchase this whole little unit and hopefully get the spring too, or maybe somebody knows where you can get them. Maybe you could make them, I don't know. And then we have this little cup. So this goes together with the spring inside, and this on top, and then the screw, and it screws to the tensioner. So we can set those aside, and then we just have to take this off. There's a little metal sort of washer here as well that will come off. And all of these parts can go in cleaner. So screw, washer, and the body of the tensioner. So if you feel more comfortable putting the parts from the bobbin winder that's off of the motor in one bag and these in another bag, you can. It's really not a reason to, but I would understand if you wanted to do that. So we can set those aside. So when we come back, motor and light disassembly, I promise that's the next video. We are really close now to getting to the cleaning and putting it back together. What I will do is disassemble this, then I will be cleaning all the parts before I get to the reassembly of either one of these, because I'm not just going to clean these and not clean all the other parts I have to clean. If we do a cleaning video, I'll try to keep it brief. Cleaning can take a really long time, and there's a lot of little tips and details that I can share with you, but I don't want like an hour-long video on cleaning. So that's what we'll do in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again really soon. Bye.